Welcome back to Clink. Thanks for joining us if this is your first time watching. If you're watching us and you're a seasoned watcher.
It's seasoned. Every time, I like that.
Yeah, seasoned I think is a good. Thank you very much for supporting us. It means a lot. So we'll get in first of all to the beverage review like we normally do.
Yes. So what have we got here? It's a craft beer.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a craft beer. It's a pernicious weed. It's from New Zealand.
Where, sorry?
New Zealand. So yeah, or New Zealand. So
I didn't think you said it wrong.
Didn't you? Anyway, we'll pour it into our tankards like we normally do.
Yes.
So make sure you get the. Well, I knew
look at that.
Knew I'd get heaps of head on it. There you go. You can let that settle. So I'll turn this even further across.
This smells great. Fruity.
Actually, you can have this one. It's got way. Whoa.
What's your breakfast there?
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I didn't have a chance to finish it before, so. But anyway.
Oh well.
Sorry about all the head on it.
No problem, man.
Well, it's quite cloudy.
Yeah. So where was it?
It's from New Zealand, yeah, and yeah,
anything? Is there
it's
any
8%, so it's a very strong. It's gone past the full strength beer, so
They just got to the point they're like, we don't care anymore.
you want a little bit more.
We're not even going to try and thank you. We're not even going to try and keep it
No, I think it's a craft beer, so it doesn't go through all those filtration processes at the
regulation.
Not regulation. I was going to filtration. A lot of those are like triple distilled and stuff. The beers, so they get clearer and clearer and clearer, and it's supposed to be more smooth. So yeah,
that.
So yeah, this one's a little bit cloudier, which it looks good. Anyway, we get straight into it. The topic today is something that's pretty close to my heart because it's something that makes me pretty. I wouldn't say annoyed, but it does.
Aggressive.
It does grind my gears.
Aggressive.
So, but pulling a little bit from Peter Griffin there. But,
How so? Well, let's.
I don't know if you've
What's the topic?
I don't know if you've noticed, but there are a lot of hipsters going around.
Actually, now you said it. Thinking about it, I have noticed.
In a city near you, there will be hipsters. One thing they do a lot of, which is annoying, is they're stealing all the craft beers. They're taking over in regards to the beers.
Yeah.
They only will drink craft beers. They won't drink any of the
organic.
normal. All the normal beers that everyone else drinks are too mainstream for them.
Yeah.
So they won't drink any of that stuff.
They want all the stuff that's, some independent party has brewed and it went through many organic processes.
Exactly, they're the ones looking at the label, make sure it's not made by the big man or the big companies or anything like that. So I mean that's one thing that they're doing. The other thing, I don't know if you've noticed, is they all have beards.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're normally pretty well manicured and everything like that.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
I noticed. I actually kind of think of it. So you often get a waft of some fragrant. I hadn't noticed the beard before, but now you're saying that, I get a distinct mahogany memory imprint there. So I wonder if that's something that's related there, potentially to grooming, maybe of the facial, because there's a lot more hair on their head than the average.
Yeah, that is true. So I mean, in the end of the day, they well keep their beards, but it's something that was around before them, but they've made it like cool, as if that now beards are their thing and it's a fashionable item now to wear on your face.
This isn't something that's like a whole economy has been built for these people. It's almost, they're just repurposing aspects of.
But there's beard combs now, there's beard oil, there's all these things that I wouldn't have thought were needed, but now these places are coming up. I think they were still available beforehand, but now they are... But now there's like dedicated shops just for beard combs and beard oils,
shops.
like online stores and things like that. Google it, have a look, you'll see. So yeah.
Huh.
The other thing, I don't know if you've noticed,
Opening my eyes.
but they all seem to be short-sighted. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
The hipsters, they congregate together.
Is that because they
I believe
safety
it's
in
called
numbers?
a pack of hipsters. I believe is the term.
A gaggle.
A gaggle of hipsters.
Okay.
But how is it physically possible that they're all short of sight? They all have glasses.
Do they see safety in numbers? Is that maybe a thing? They gather together purely because they can't see properly. So, sticking together, someone may see something you didn't. In which case, that you can flee as a gaggle, as a pack.
as a gaggle. So like meerkats. So one stands up. He's a guy with a good sight. And if they see something that maybe they don't like, or maybe it's a craft beer that they don't actually want to taste, then they all run away from it. So something along those lines.
I imagine they would be tweeting about it.
Yeah,
Or something.
exactly.
Live tweeting the experience.
Oh, but yeah, that's one thing they do. It's just it's crazy. So the other thing I suppose is have you noticed if you go to a cafe or something like that, one of the first things on the menu these days, and it's because of hipsters, is like smashed avocado and feta on toast.
They're stealing breakfast now.
Stealing breakfast as well. And in some places, there's a place in Williamsburg in California that's serving avocado and feta on toast for $21 US.
$21
For a piece of toast with some feta on it and some avocado. Here, I mean,
We did some quick math
Yeah.
on this, and I think we can break it down quite easily into like bread being $2 a loaf.
$2 loaf, so about 10 cents for the bread.
Okay, so then we've got the feta.
The feta is like about 50 cents.
Yep, and then the avocado.
About $2 or $3 for a whole one. You use about half. So you're looking at maybe like $2 or $3 max. I mean, the labor rate surely is not worth $10, and then the markup.
How long does it take to put it together?
I don't understand. What even is so good about like avocado and feta? So
Well, I haven't had. Would it always just be? Is it literally just toast, avocado, feta? Are we talking? Can you get variants on this, or is it specifically?
you can like add. Sometimes they put a bit of salmon on top of it as well, like smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon. Okay.
Yeah, not a whole damn fish on top of it. Although that would be quite comically
That
amusing.
would be. So you wouldn't see jam or Vegemite or peanut butter.
Sometimes Vegemite gets put on as well, but the avocado is normally like a butter, so they normally like smash it and like sort of butter it on.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, if you're replacing butter, if it's literally just bread, avocado, would you not then? For me, it's say butter Vegemite. That's something I enjoy. Would you not avocado Vegemite?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But
Marmalade.
the other thing, we're still keeping on the breakfast track.
Sorry, yeah.
Coffee. Yeah, they're stealing coffee as well. These guys are going out and spending literally hundreds of dollars, guys and girls, by the way, spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars just on a grinder. So
Not for their pernicious weed.
No,
but for their coffee beans.
For their beans. And they set it to a certain grinding like millimeter, so it's the perfect grain, and are making all this coffee, and they just have it for morning. They have a coffee in the afternoon. They have a coffee if they have any downtime, it's coffee time. So it's like, I feel like I have a coffee, or like the old days. So say in the 70s and 80s, people used to have like a smoke and a coffee or something like that.
Yeah.
And nowadays, instead of having a smoke now, because that's organically not good. Like, although a lot of hipsters do smoke as well, so you see them out there. I just don't. It just irks me how these people, they're having their coffee all the time. They're having their smashed avo all the time. Stop stealing our breakfast.
I see coffee as something that's because they're obviously changing that market, because is it Starbucks recently that've come out with the unicorn frappuccino or whatever it's called, and it's designed to be an Instagrammable coffee. So the whole idea is that this thing looks crazy, and it's designed for Instagram, and it's Starbucks, so it's coffee as well. So I get that feeling that maybe this is something that's been sort of...
Starbucks is too mainstream for hipsters.
Oh,
so
sorry.
They won't go into Starbucks and grab their coffee. They need to go to a cafe which has their smashed avo, or they make it at home with
niche
their...
cafe.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's... That sort of stuff's always too mainstream.
They have like pallets for seats, and
the other thing as well is they're organic. They're always like veganism, vegetarianism, hipsterism all goes hand in hand. So they all think they're all checking the labels of everything and making sure things are organically and ethically sourced, because in the end of the day, they feel like they're better than us. They won't tell you that, but that's how you get it. It's like a sense of arrogant.
You get that undertone of they're just like you say, they're better than you.
That's what they think.
What's your choice? Oh, well, mine would have been this.
Exactly.
Not saying you're wrong, but
exactly.
heavily implying.
But they won't ever admit that they're a hipster. Like, that's not the sort of thing that they actually do. So because all they are is an evolution from emo's sort of stage. So
do you think you could ever see yourself being one of these creatures? One of these beings?
I'd hate myself if I was someone like that, I think. So, I mean, in the end of the day. So, this group of this faction, if you may, has come out of the ground, has evolved, but it's a fad. So, in the end of the day, emo was around, disappeared. Hipster is now a fad. That's around.
You think it's on its way out?
I think it's slowed down. I think the beard is disappearing now at the moment. So as that goes,
just
then
it's warm. Or?
No. Just I think it's served its purpose. It's been like 5 or 10 years. It served its purpose in that side of things. So yeah. So that's that. It's just, I think that we needed to bring to the attention of the Clink viewers. So.
Oh, I'm glad you've enlightened me. I hadn't sat and thought about it until you said so. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think we'll get into the beverage review now, like at the end. Have you been tasting the craft beer?
Yeah, I mean, judging by the amount that isn't left, and that wasn't from the head.
Yeah.
Not to say your skills aren't adequate in that area, but I think this is very tasty. I mean, it's definitely got that craft beery taste.
It's got a lot of character, I think.
Yeah, like the smell is so distinct. It's almost takes me, sort of ale-y sort of.
It's very hoppy. Like before, we've said that the hops pop, but this goes.
Do the hops pop?
This pops like
top of the pops.
I think it's over the top. Like, to be honest,
over the top of the pops.
Over the top of the pops.
And the hops pop.
The hops are the popping and the topping. So.
Well,
in the end of the day, I think we should give it a review.
That's pretty. I think we spoiled it. I was going to say no for the second.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, this is great.
It's a good beer. I mean, it's just a good beer. If I saw it again, although I'm not sure where we got it from, but it's massive. You only need one, and yeah, it's great. So anyway, guys, thanks heaps for watching. Watch out for hipsters. Like, subscribe. And share us around as much as possible. And our subscribers are going up a little bit. Just keep subscribing, keep sharing it to your mates, and thank you very much.
Thanks for the support.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Cheers.